Good morning, students. So next concept is very important. See, whenever if you have the isosceles triangle ABC, and here vertices, if you know, x1 comma y1, x2 comma y2. If it is isosceles triangle, base angles are equal, theta theta. Okay. See here, if these two are theta and this is x1 y1 x2 y2, if you want to find out the third vertex, so to find third vertex we have two possibilities. The third vertex may be this side or in this side, a dash. Two possibilities are there. To find that one, just use this formula. Okay, if x1 comma y1 x2 comma y2 are two vertices of an isosceles triangle and having base angle theta, then possible third vertex. Is, what is that? x1 plus x2 plus or minus tan theta into y1 minus y2 by 2, comma, this is x coordinate of the third vertex. For this here you have some x3 comma y3. So here x3 is nothing but x1 plus x2 plus tan theta into y1 minus y2 by 2, or x1 plus x2 minus of tan theta into y1 minus y2 by 2. And y coordinate will be y1 plus y2 minus plus, it is minus, it is plus tan theta into x1 minus x2 by 2. It is plus or minus, it is minus plus. Remember. Okay. See, if you remember this simple formula, we can derive different formulas. Okay. If it is isosceles triangle, just that means very clearly in the place of theta use 60 degrees. Okay. So if it is isosceles triangle, use 60 degrees when this isosceles triangle becomes to equilateral triangle. Very careful, because of isosceles triangle means if these base two angles are equal, isosceles. For suppose this one also equal to theta, then it becomes to equilateral triangle. Okay. So whenever if it is equilateral triangle in above triangle is an equilateral, then take theta is equal to 60 degrees, because in equilateral triangle all angles are equal to 60 degrees. In above, if it is a right angle isosceles triangle, right angle isosceles triangle. What is right angle isosceles triangle? If it is right angle isosceles triangle, so it will be 90 degrees and base angle should be 45. You know very well. So then in above you have to use theta is equal to 45 degrees. So then take theta is equal to 45 degrees. Okay, very easy. If you remember this formula, you can use this. In the same way, when right angle isosceles triangle possible means, for suppose if it is a square, if you understand, so if you rotate 45 degrees, then you will get an exact shape of square. But for my convenience, I am taking like this. So if these two are the opposite sides of one diagonal, x1 comma y1, x2 comma y2, and this will be another diagonal. Okay. If if you want to find out these angle, these vertices, see if it is a square, what can you say? These two are equal. All these are equal. Anyhow, these two are equal. And this is different diagonal. If these two are equal, means actually you understand it is 90 degrees. In a square, this vertex at this vertex angle is 90 degrees. You understand this is nothing but right angled isosceles triangle. It is 45. It is 45. Similarly, it is 90 degrees. It is 45. It is 45. This is the structure of a square. So how it behave here? So above triangle is right angle isosceles triangle, below triangle also right angle isosceles triangle. If you want to find out these 2 points, same formula use here. Theta is equal to 45 degrees. Okay. If you know the any two vertices of opposite side, that means if you know any two opposite vertices, and if you want to find out the third vertex and fourth vertex, use this formula. Theta is equal to 45 degrees. So based on this one, you take some examples. First one is, if 2, 4, 2, 6, 2, 4, 2, 6 are two vertices of an equilateral triangle. Then find possible third vertex. See what we have to take the formula. The third vertex is some x comma y. If you take, it is x1 comma y1, x2 comma y2. See x comma y, third vertex is nothing but what is the formula? x1 plus x2 plus or minus tan theta into y1 minus y2 by 2, y1 plus y2 minus plus tan theta into x1 minus x2 by 2. So take theta is equal to, here what is that? Equilateral triangle. So theta is equal to 60 degrees. So we know very well tan 60 degrees is equal to how much? Root 3. So here x1 plus x2, 2 plus 2, 4 plus or minus tan 60 root 3 into y1 minus y2, 4 minus 6 minus 2 by 2, and y1 plus y2, that is 4 plus 6, 10 minus plus tan theta means root 3 into x1 minus x2, that is 0 by 2. So this will becomes to 4, this minus if you multiply here, it will be minus and it will be plus 4. Otherwise first you take 2 common. Okay, first you take 2 common, after that multiply here with plus or minus becomes to minus plus. So 2 into, if you take 2 common, 2 minus plus root 3 by 2, this 2 cancel, and here root 3 into 0, 0. So 0 before plus or minus have no meaning. So 10 by 2, that is 5. So this answer becomes to 2 minus plus or minus root 3 comma 5. So the possible vertices are either 2 minus root 3 comma 5 or 2 plus root 3 comma 5. Any one of these two are right answer for this question. Next one, section formula. You know very well in 10th class only. See here, whenever it is the point ax1 comma y1, bx2 comma y2. So this is the line segment joining by these 2 points. And if a point px comma y divides the line segment AB in the ratio m is to n. Okay, so just I am remind you. Okay, so just this, if you want to find out this division point px comma y is nothing but px comma y is equal to, so what is the formula? mb plus na by m plus n. Okay, you may get some confusion. What is mb plus na by m plus n? I write it briefly, and after that I use like this only, because this is the short way to write this one. So in 10th class, how you written this one? This is nothing but, what is that? mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n. Next, my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. So just this m multiplied to coordinates of b, n multiplied to coordinates of a, and x coordinates you write together, y coordinates you write together. Yes, this is the section formula internally. That means if P divides AB in the ratio m is to n internally, then this is the formula. So what is, how can you write this one? So both are same or not? Once check it out. See here, what is MB? MB means m into, B means here x2 comma y2, plus n means a into, that means n into a means x1 comma y1 by m plus n. Yes. See here, how to simplify this one means, this m into x2 you have to write, here n into x1 you have to write. So add here with only x coordinates, and add only y coordinates separately, and keep comma. Okay, because here comma is there. So how to multiply? mx2 plus nx1 comma my2 plus ny1. This m plus n is should write for both denominators. Okay, so mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. M plus n should write to both denominators. So this is short way. So you can use like this directly, mb plus n. For suppose if a is here, b is here, p is here. So if P divides AB in the ratio m is to n externally, so this point is outside. For AB line segment, P is outside. Okay, at the time, this Px comma y is nothing but mb minus na by m minus n. If you want to write briefly, how can you write? mx2 minus nx1 by m minus n, my2 minus ny1 by m minus n. This is for externally. Okay. For suppose if you have the points here, how to find the, for suppose a point they given, b point they given, and ratio they given, then it is the formula to find the this point P. If you have A, P and B, all these three we know, and if you want to find out this m is to n, how to write? Okay, see, whenever A, P, B, A x1, y1, P x comma y, P x2 comma y2, then m is to n is equal to, that means the ratio for which P x comma y divides the line segment joining the points A x1 y1, B x2 y2 is m is to n, that is equal to, what is the formula? One way you can write like this, x1 minus x is to x minus x2, x1 minus x is to x minus x2. In other words, same value gives y1 minus y is to y minus y2, y1 minus y is to y minus y2. Is it clear? If the given 3 points, if you know the 3 points, this is the formula to find the ratio. Okay, for suppose here, this is the point line segment AB, x1 comma y1, this is x2 comma y2. the ratio for which y-axis, this is y-axis, understand, y-axis divides the line segment joining the points AB in the ratio. That means y-axis division means any point on the y-axis divides the line segment AB. This is the very clear part. So how it will be any point on the y-axis? Some 0 comma y. So which formula is comfortable to do? Here x1 comma y1 they will give, x2 comma y2 they will give, like some 1 comma 2, 3 comma 5, whatever be they will give. Okay, 1 comma 2, some minus 3 comma 4, like that they will give. Okay, so here these values we know, but here y-axis only we know, but what is the point we don't know exactly. That means if you don't know, you don't know exactly this point, means you don't know about y, but it is x coordinate is 0. So if you want to use this formula y1 minus y is to y minus y2, so you don't, because of you don't know y, so it is incomfortable to us to find the ratio. But if you use x1 minus x is to x minus x2, because of x is 0, so that is very comfortable to find the ratio. So what is the formula? x1 minus 0 is to 0 minus x2. That means x1 is to minus x2 or minus x1 is to x2. So the ratio for which y-axis divides AB is minus x1 is to x2. Similarly, x-axis, for suppose here A is there, x1 comma y1, here B is there, x2 comma y2. So this is the line segment joining AB and this is x-axis. Okay, how it will be any point on the x-axis? Some x comma 0. If you go through x coordinates, you cannot find out the ratio exactly. So you go to y coordinates. What is that? y1 minus 0 is to 0 minus y2. That is nothing but y1 minus y2. That is y1 is to minus y2. Similarly, this minus you can write before or after, no problem. So before if you write minus y1 is to y2. For ratios, you should write starting only, no problem. So whenever y-axis divides AB, the ratio is minus x1 is to x2. X-axis divides AB, the ratio is minus y1 is to y2. Reverse. Okay. See one example. The coordinates of the point, which is two-thirds away from minus 4 comma 3 to 5 comma 7 is. See, find the coordinates of the point which is 2/3 away from minus 4 comma 3 to 5 comma 7. See, here the meaning of this one is, he is asking to find out a point which is 2/3 away from this point to this point. That means it is minus 4 comma 3. So 2/3 away from. So 2/3 away from minus 4 comma 3 to 5 comma 7 means 5 comma 7 is here. Minus 4 comma minus 3 is here. Minus 4 comma 3 is here. So 2/3 away means it is 2 parts. Total parts is 3 parts. So after it is 2 parts, out of 3 parts, remaining part is 2:1. Okay. So that means P divides, let us take this is A, this is B. P divides AB in the ratio 2:1. So then you can write P is equal to 2B plus A by 2 plus 1, 3. So 2B plus A by 2 plus 1, 3. So what is 2B? 2 into B means here 5 comma 7 plus A means minus 4 comma 3 by 3. So 2 5s are 10. 10 minus 4, that is 6 by 3 you write as 3. Comma 2 7s are 14. 14 plus 3. So 14 plus 3 17 by 3. So Simplify 2 comma 17 by 3. This is our required answer. Is it clear, all of you? Okay. So actually, based on this one, I given direct questions. So I give you notes. If you see the question, you can understand. So already we have done like these problems in 10th class also. So that's why just I am taking different problems only. Remaining problems I give you for notebook. Okay, just you copy it, and once you try it, you can understand easily. Okay, simple problems I am not explaining on the board. Just I give the notes. Clear? Next concept, midpoint. You know very well. Midpoint of the line segment joining AX1 Y1 BX2 Y2 is some P x1 plus x2 by 2 y1 plus y2 by 2. That means exactly midpoint means it is A, it is P, it is P. So this means 1:1. If you use the section formula, in the place of m plus n, if you use 1 plus 1, that is 2. And m is 1, n is 1. So you get x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. Okay, this is the midpoint formula. So based on this one, I give one example. Very simple formula you can remember. So one example you see, if A, B, C are collinear points, if A comma B comma C are collinear points, okay, A, B, C are collinear points where A is equal to 3 comma 4, B is equal to 7 comma 7, C is equal to, okay, and AC is equal to 10. Find C. Find C point. So ABC are collinear points. AB they given and AC is equal to 10. So collinear means they may be like this. Okay. See, once you check it out, how it will be. First of all, you find AB. What is AB here? AB is equal to root over, because AC 10 they given. Okay. Root over 3 minus 7 whole square, that is 4 square, 16, plus 4 minus 7 whole square, that is 3 square, 9. So root 16 plus 9, root 25, that is equal to 5. So AB is equal to 5, and what they given, AC is equal to 10. So very clearly AB is equal to 5 is here, AC is 10 is like this. So AB is equal to 5, after that BC also 5. So 5:5. Ratio is 5:5 means 1:1. So very clearly B is the midpoint of AC. Therefore B is midpoint of AC. See, then what can I write? B is equal to, midpoint formula is what, Nana? X1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. So that for that one you can write as A plus C by 2 also you can write. Short form. Already I gave you. Okay. So we need to find out C. So can you find out? 2B is equal to A plus C. That means C is equal to A transpose to this side. Then what you get? 2B minus A. See here, C is equal to B minus A means C is equal to 2 into B means what here? 7 comma 7. Minus A means 3 comma 4. So 2 sevens are 14. 14 minus 3, 11. 2 sevens are 14. 14 minus 4, 10. So 11 comma 10 is our required point C. Next concept is points of trisection. Trisection. So points of trisection means if it is the line segment AB. Okay. If the points which divides AB in the ratio 1:1:1, that means 1:1:1 means it should have 3 regions. So there's 3 regions formed by 2 points P comma Q. So 1:1:1 trisection 3. three equal parts, 1:1 is to 1. Then these 2 points are called points of trisection of A comma B. And here P is first point of trisection. P divides AB in the ratio. What is that? This is 1 and this 2 parts, 1:2. Okay. Q is here second point of trisection. Okay, this one divides same AB in the ratio. So Q divides AB in the ratio. This is 2 parts and this is 1 part. 2:1. Okay. If you want to find out first point of trisection, apply section formula. Here ratio m:1 is equal to 1:2. If you want to find out second point of trisection, so apply formula, section formula, and apply the ratio is m:n is 2:1. Okay, you know very well how to do. So now, I am giving here, if you want to find out the midpoint of AB or midpoint of PQ, okay, here midpoint of AB is nothing but midpoint of PQ only. That is the first point you should remember. Okay, so here midpoint of AB is equal to midpoint of PQ is equal to A plus B by 2 or P plus Q by 2. If you know A comma B point, if you want to find out the midpoint of points of trisection, that is nothing but midpoint of AB. Okay, that is A plus B by 2. Next one. Here PQ, if you want to find out PQ, here PQ is 1/3 of AB, just remember. That means AB is equal to 3 times of PQ you can write. Okay, see, AB is equal to 3 times of PQ. AB length is equal to 3 times of PQ, just remember. Okay, based on this one, if you want to so based on this one, if you want to do some problems, I will give you, okay, for you tomorrow I will give you assignment. You try to do some problems based on this one. Okay, very simple problem concept. If you remember the concept, it is very simple. Use the section formula only. So next I will go to harmonic conjugates. Next concept is harmonic conjugate. So what is harmonic conjugates? For suppose, if a point P divides the line segment joining the points AB in the ratio some m:n internally. Here the difference in the ratio, if he didn't mention anything internally or externally, that means consider as internally. Okay, if he mentioned externally, means use externally. Otherwise, for externally they may give negative sign, minus m:n like that. Okay, so without giving any sign, so obviously you take internally. If you have the minus sign, that is externally. Okay, internally, and the point Q divides AB in the ratio same m:n externally this time. Then P comma Q are said to be harmonic conjugates with respect to A comma B points. So that means So this is the line segment AB, and if it is the point P, so take here P, it is Q. So this is M is to N. Same Q divides AB in the ratio, same ratio M is to N. So this is M, this is N. M is to N. M is to N means how it will be? Here also M is to N, here also M is to N. This length is M, this length also M. No, ratios. So that means if it is M is to N, it will be some Km is to Kn. So Kk get cancelled, again M is to N only you will get. Okay, so this is external point, this is internal point. Okay, see here, if for suppose P comma Q are harmonic conjugates with respect to A comma B, then A comma B also harmonic conjugates with respect to P comma Q. Here the ratio becomes 2. Here M is to N means if it is M is to N, so then A comma B are harmonic conjugates with respect to P comma Q, which divides in the ratio M minus N is to M plus N. You just remember. Okay, if P comma Q are harmonic conjugates with respect to A comma B in the ratio M is to N, then A comma B also harmonic conjugates with respect to P comma Q in the ratio, what is that? M minus N is to M plus N. Just remember. Okay, based on this one, you see some problems. Here, just remember. So already we discussed about A, P, B, Q. So this is M is to N internally. So this will be externally M is to N. So that means what can you say? It is nothing but some Km is to Kn. Already I told you. So here if you remember, is it possible? Please remember. Okay. K is equal to M plus N by M minus N. And the ratio for which AB divides PQ in the ratio M minus N is to M plus N. That is different. Okay. Just remember. Here this K will be like this M plus N by M minus N. So based on this one, we can conclude one thing. Always, if P comma Q are harmonic conjugates with respect to A comma B, then AP, this AP length and AB length and AQ length, if you find out, these three will be in HP, harmonic progression. Yesterday we discussed, are in HP. So what is the meaning of HP? You know very well. You can say if A, B, C are in HP, harmonic progression, then B is equal to 2AC by A plus C. You know very well. See, are you getting this? These three satisfy this one or not? Once you check it out, if you have any doubt. So AP means here M. Just some ratio you are getting. It is M. It is what? AB means. See here, this is N only. M is to N ratio. P divides. So PB is N. And AP means M, AB means M plus N. Okay, AP, AB, AQ. AQ means what here? So Km. What is K here? M plus N by M minus N. So that means M plus N by M minus N into M. So this is A, this is B, this is C. So find out 2AC by A plus C. 2 into M plus N by M minus N into M by A plus C. A means here M plus C means here M plus N by M minus N into M. So here 2M square into M plus N by M minus N by, if you take m common here, what you have, 1 plus m plus n by m minus n. So please simplify here. M get cancelled. So 2m into m plus n by m minus n, by take m minus n LCM. So here m minus n plus m plus n. So this m minus n get cancelled, and left over here 2m into m plus n by n cancel, you have 2m. So 2m get cancelled, what you have, m plus n. So you can say AP, AB, AQ are in HP. Okay, please try to remember, very very important. So if you have any doubt about k is equal to m plus n by m minus n, once you take the this A, P, B, Q, m is to n ratio, and just you apply the previous concept what we discussed, m minus n is to m plus n. Okay, then AB divides PQ in the ratio m minus n is to m plus n, and you apply the concept, you just to find out the length, then you can get a value k is equal to m plus n by m minus n. Very simple. Okay, so no need to simplify, just to remember. Okay, now you take one example. If p minus 1 comma 4, q 11 comma minus 8 are harmonic conjugates with respect to A and B with the ratio 3:2. With the ratio 3:2, then find A comma B. Here what he has given, A, P comma Q are harmonic conjugate with respect to A comma B, and he is asking to find out A comma B. That means A you don't know, B you don't know, P you know, and Q you know. So this PQ divides AB in the ratio 3:2 internally and externally. Okay, so that means what can you conclude here? It is m is to n. M is to n is equal to 3:2 given. If you want to find out AB, so which formula you have to use to get the ratio? M minus n is to m plus n. Okay, then A comma B divides PQ in the ratio m minus n is to m plus n. A will be, for the PQ, A will be externally and B will be internally. For externally we have to use the formula minus, for internally we have to use the formula plus. So what is m minus n? 3 minus 2, 1 is 2, m plus n, 5, 3 plus 2, 5. So to find the first B is equal to, so B divides PQ in the ratio 1:5. Okay, so that means it is B divides PQ in the ratio 1:5. So that means B is equal to 5P plus Q by 1 plus 5, 6. So 5P, that means P they given minus 1 comma 4. 5 into minus 1 comma 4 plus Q means 11 comma minus 8 by 6. Minus 5 plus 11. 6 by 6. 1. 5 fours are 20 minus 8. That is 12. 12 by 6. 2. Like that. A is equal to, how can you find out? A minus, that means the ratio is externally, A will be. So external formula what we have to use? Same formula. So what is that? Here AQ will be 5 and AP will be 1. Okay. So that means AP 1 multiplied to Q. Okay, Q same formula, that is 5P minus Q by 6, or Q minus 5P by 6. Okay, which one is correct one? So here first point is Q, second point is P. So no problem, 5P minus Q. So anyway, if you take 5P minus Q, so write 5 minus 1. If you write Q minus 5P, so write 1 minus 5. Okay, both are same. 5P minus Q by, so 5 minus 1, that is 4. So 5P, that is 5 into P means minus 1 comma 4 minus Q means 11 comma minus 8 by 4. So minus 5 minus 11. So minus 16 by 4. So minus 4. 5 fours are 20 plus 8. 28 by 4. That is 12. 28. 4 sevens are 28. Sorry. Minus 4 comma 7. So A point is minus 4 comma 7. B point is 1 comma 2. Okay, like that you have to find out. So clear. If you want to take, if you start with 5, that means 5P minus Q by 5 minus 1. If you start with Q minus 5P by 1 minus 5. So both give same answer.